North Korea is hurtling toward a nuclear arsenal few imagined, hundreds of warheads by 2040, while its military pushes a chilling creed of eternal life through self-sacrifice. New assessments warn Pyongyang's ambitions, and its indoctrination machine may be advancing faster than the world is prepared to confront. North Korea's nuclear arsenal may be far larger and expanding far faster than widely believed. According to new assessments by South Korean defense researchers, the Pyongyang arsenal could reach to around 400 nuclear warheads by 2040, potentially reshaping the strategic landscape on the Korean peninsula within the next 2 decades. At a forum hosted by the Korea Institute for Defense Analyses on November 26th, Lee Sang-kyu, head of KIDA's Nuclear Security Research Division, assessed that Pyongyang likely possesses between 127 and 150 nuclear weapons. The North's arsenal could grow to around 200 weapons by 2030 and surpass 400 by 2040, should Pyongyang continue its current trajectory of expanding uranium enrichment and plutonium production. The estimate, based on North Korea's known fissile-material production rates and recent facility expansion, is more than double the figures commonly cited by other global institutes, which place the stockpile at about 50. According to Lee's internal analysis, the North may already hold 115, 131 uranium-based warheads and 15 to 19 plutonium-based weapons, producing a total inventory far beyond previous assumptions. International Atomic Energy Agency reports from August noted a newly identified building at Yongbyon that appears suited for uranium enrichment, raising concerns that the regime may be preparing to broaden production capacity. Speaking to the Korean Herald, Lee cautioned that
North Korea's ongoing nuclear-powered submarine project, unveiled publicly for the first time, is likely incomplete in critical areas. The reactor, combat systems, launch tubes, and sonar equipment are all unlikely to be fully integrated at the current stage.
Despite Pyongyang's escalating rhetoric about being able to mount a second strike threat against the US, KIDA analysts cautioned against overestimating the North's operational readiness. John Kyung-ju, a research fellow at KIDA, noted,
While the North is clearly trying to field forces capable of waging a limited nuclear conflict, the underlying systems remain far from mature. Outwardly, North Korea has assembled the appearance of such a capability, but substantial improvements and further development are still needed for real military effectiveness.
While North Korea's supreme leader pushes military upgrades, its military is using stories of soldiers who detonated themselves in the Russia-Ukraine war as indoctrination material, telling troops, if you give your life, you'll live forever. According to a source in the North Korean military who spoke to Daily NK,
the North Korean army has emphasized the heroic services of North Korean soldiers who chose to blow themselves up in the war against Ukraine during political classes held at least twice a week.
The source added that the military aims to promote the propaganda message that the soldiers achieved a record of distinction, unmatched even by the Russian soldiers.
If you give your life, you live forever. Let's learn from the warriors who blew themselves up. The indoctrination activities differ little in method from the past, but they have clearly emphasized expressions like, "You'll live forever if you face death."
The message runs along the same lines of North Korea's long-standing doctrine that its leadership lives forever, an idea that has continued since the Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il era. According to the Daily NK report, by elevating North Korea's former leaders to transcendent status and packaging the loyalty that binds them to the public as a religious concept of eternal life, North Korea has emphasized personal sacrifice as a virtue.
In the indoctrination, they only mention that participation in the Russia-Ukraine war bolsters friendship between Pyongyang and Moscow. They mostly focus on achieving dedicated loyalty to repay the Supreme Commander's confidence in them.
Soldiers in their early 20s have largely resigned themselves to participating in these indoctrination efforts perfunctorily. However, some soldiers express their loyalty and willingness to sacrifice themselves due to a long period of repeated brainwashing. The North Korean military also appears to be concerned about whether this sort of repeated indoctrination can boost the willingness of soldiers to take part in the war.